Hello and welcome back to Red Hill Farm. We're at the farmhouse. We got the Kenworth. Alright, so we're going to cover a few things off right now. First we're going to start the Kenworth and its awesome little engine. Alright, we're going to leave the I'm going to leave it idling until we get some braking back. Okay, so you guys were quite adamant that you did not like the in-cab view. So there is a price to pay for that. And that price to pay really is I have to seriously watch the amount of time I record. Because this map, because of the way it's graphically designed, and that is the problem a lot of you are having is the graphical design of the map, but because of the way it is graphically designed, it is a gig of rendered video, not even the raw stuff, a gig of rendered video per 10 minutes. And the most that you can put in MP4 is approximately 4 gigs. So the most I can ever record at one shot is 40 minutes. Or most I can render out at one shot is 40 minutes. The bigger problem is putting all that together, which can seriously cause problems for my machine to render all that out. So I have to be very careful. So you might not get episodes like the first episode. Right, and see if we can get this up. There we go. Okay, so we have a few other things we have to deal with. Let's get this out. First things first. First things first, I need to pick up the tractor because we got to head to town. But also, see the there we go. See the butterfly mowers are over there. Well, they're over there for a very specific reason. When you go back into a game, they set in that position. Which means I had it parked up in here, and it was, you know, perfectly matched up. This nice, clean looking thing going on. And then I logged back in, and it had popped loose. It had knocked the cloths all over the place. Oh, I need to go. I'll fix that in a minute. It had knocked the cloths trailer. It had knocked the... Yeah, it just caused a massive mess. So the butterfly mowers have to go there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right. Now, you're wondering, why are you loading your tractor on there? We told you you could drive your tractor on the road. Well, you did. But I need to pick up some equipment. And get that out of there. Really, the only way to do that for me is to take the tractor with me. Because otherwise, I got to buy another tractor to load it onto the trailer. So, yeah. I could either run back and forth with the tractor, which uses a relatively good amount of fuel, or I could use the semi where I have 1,200 liters of fuel, so I'm not so worried about it. Some of you also don't like the rules. Well, here's the reason for the rules. I put the rules on the game because I find the game to be extremely easy. I'm playing on hard, which means I have a reduced price on crops. I've got the real yield mod on here, which reduces the yield. Yeah, so I've made it as difficult as I could within the game's parameters, but I don't find it difficult enough. So I add on these other rules to try to make the game more difficult. If you don't like that, well, that's your prerogative. You can not like it. But yeah, to be that guy, it is my show, so sort of, you know, my choice. Alright. Go. We'll just leave the truck running, no reason to shut it off. Ah, let me in. Thank you. Okay. Now, what am I here for? I am here for... Okay, you're going to see stuff that you have not seen in mod spotlights yet. Get over it. You'll see it eventually. We're gonna go with this. No. Well, yeah. Do I really want... Yeah, I think I'll get the big Bale pack. Yeah, I'm gonna get the big Bale pack. And then, because there are no mods yet that I have loaded and reviewed for tedding and windrowing, we're gonna have to get... That's why I'll get the big boys, right? Drying grass to hay. That's what I want. I want to dry grass to hay because I don't need the windrow. Well, I do sort of need to windrow it, don't I? Yeah, I do sort of need to windrow it. Well, let's go ahead and get that. And that. Might as well. What the heck, right? Throw some more cash down. Slap that cash down on the counter. Alright, so the hope here is that I can get at least 2 of those things onto this trailer. And then I'm going to take it back to the farm. I'll use the class to unload the trailer, drive back over here, pick up the others. So I'm thinking... Let's try to get this on here. Okay, there we go. So I am going to plow that field with the cloth on it, but I'm going to, you guys all suggested, and it was a logical suggestion. I probably should have said I was going to do it right from the get-go, but I didn't. I'm going to cut the field, dry it into hay, and then, well, that's not going to work because then how am I going to get the tractor off? I got to back it on. Jeez. This is going to be a trick and a half. Alright, so cut there. Yeah, I think I need to go and widen this trailer's thingamajiggies out. What is that? That is... J. There we go. I do like to close that F1 because the F1 is just huge on some of these. Once you get all the equipment on there, it just becomes so hard to see what you're trying to see. All right, we can do this. It's wide enough, right? It's gotta be. I know some of you weren't happy with the purchase of the class, but I reviewed it, what, way back in Season 1? No, I reviewed it in, like, Season 2. And I had never used it in a farm. Oh, this is not going to work, is it? I really need to get the cat low loader for this kind of stuff. Nope, 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 we got it, we got it. Yeah! Pro derp. That's really all I can do with it, isn't it? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Huh. Interesting. I don't think I'm going to get the tedder on there. But darn it, we're going to give it the old college try. Why not? Go. In fact, speaking of rules and stuff, if I could add the manual attach mod on without breaking like 30-40% of my other mods, I would totally add that mod back on. The problem was it just wreaked havoc on all kinds of other mods, and even in-game stuff was just totally wasted by the manual attach mod. So it's definitely a no-no. All right, can I just kind of... think this is going to be a really, 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 really bad idea. Alright, let's see what we can do. Oh, maybe... Maybe not a good idea to go that far with it. Maybe there. I gotta go back here and look and see how badly I've... Well... It's... No, I think I can go all the way up. Alright. Yeah, I think if I drive really carefully, I think we can do this. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be able to do this. Okay. I'm going to stop the truck because this is going to be in the way. Now, if I still had the follow me mod on, that would be the time to use the follow me mod. I don't have the follow me mod still on. So, we're just going to leave that there. We'll come back and pick him up. That looks so bad. So very bad. Alright. But, it's on there, right? I mean, it's no worse than the fiasco at the Kloss and the other implements that I was driving last time, so really, it's not too bad. You know, of all the mods, this Kenworth is probably one of those where driving in the cab isn't too bad, especially if I turn on the mirrors, because it's really a nice interior. Like I'm going 14 miles an hour. Still got both pieces of equipment. I think we're just going to pull up on that piece of road just as we start to make that bend there. Dude, I'm coming into this road. You need to just chill. Right up ahead where I did this last time when I had the Kloss on board. Alright, let's try speed 2. 25. Still doing it. Alright, we're good. Because there's the tractor, and we'll be using that tractor to unload this, and it's going to be used on that field anyway. So, there you go. Makes sense to me. We can do it. Now, you guys asked, show a little bit of plowing on screen, but don't show it all. I'm cool with that. I'm also not going to show all the windrowing or all of that. I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to be cutting stuff here, because, again, if you want to see it all, well, I don't have the ability to show it all, I don't think. Alright, stall the truck. Put that down. Woo-hoo. No, 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 no. Whoa, whoa. Calm down, everybody. There. Okay. Shut up, Rooster. I will end you. Alright. Let's get this guy out here. This big old plow on board. There. Alright. So we'll head back. We'll grit that stuff off of there. Then I think I'll use the New Holland, of course, to do the cutting, because it just makes sense on the New Holland. Then we'll use the I know this thing's just way too big. I know. But it was awesome, and I thought it was cool. So there you go. It's really the reason I've gone. Go, and we can come up here and we can snag this guy right here. Maybe? Let me snag it. Snaggy? Snaggy, snaggy? Snaggy, snaggy? Snake, snaggy? Oh, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Alright. Don't know what happened there, but we're calm now. Do I not have a pin hitch up here? Derp. Alright, fine. Alright, we'll turn around and we'll try it from the other side. Let's see why I didn't... I thought I had a pin hitch up here. Guess not. Alright, whatever. Nope. Okie dokie. Alright, off you come. Okay. Put this guy right back over here. The plow, because we don't need him right away. Go, and then we can go grab this thing off of here. There's a monster. A monster, I tell you. I did pick up all the grass on that other field, by the way. Just so you know. So I got all that grass, which is good. It was... You're all knackered, aren't you? So you're going to make this difficult on me. Oh, boy. All right, come on, tractor. Come on, you can... Ugh. Come on. We got this. Come on. There. Yeah. Jeez. Whoever said don't drive through the bushes, my philosophy there is I just run the bloody things down and cut them out if I was farming this field. So, yeah, there you go. I have no regard for the bushes. Alright, pull that up. We can turn off the beacons because we don't have a load. Go. And off we go. Go back and get our other tractor. Get our last piece of equipment. Look at that. That was easy enough, wasn't it? So then I'll do the mowing. I'll start the mowing on screen, but I'm not going to do all the mowing on screen. I'll do most of the mowing off screen. Then I'll come back. I'll show you a little bit of tedding, a little bit of windrowing. Shouldn't take too long to ted and windrow given the size of that equipment. And then I'll do a little bit of baling. Gonna have to figure out how to get the bales off the field. That's something I haven't thought about. Might need to consider how I'm going to do that at some point in time. That's a really good question. How am I going to get the bales off the field? Jeez. Huh. Well, let's look at that while we're here at the shop, because maybe there's a good thought. I mean, I don't really want to do the trailer because... put me in there. Let's go to mods. I'm thinking... What if I got the cat flatbed? Now, it can't actually load... Huh. It can't auto-load the big bales. It does have, like, when you look at the UI of it, it looks like it could, but there's no triggers for it. I'm thinking that might be good. It's only 10,000. I can come get it with the cat, and then I will need some sort of heavy lifting device. Because those are big, heavy bales. But I need a front loader anyway, so maybe now's the time also to get a front loader. I get the cat, that's an expensive telehandler. I get the Ford 5000. You know what? I think I'll just get the Ford 5000. Maybe. I mean, I'm not... Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and buy it. And then we're going to go to... front loaders. And we're looking for a bale fork. Okay. So we got that. If nothing else, I'm just gonna shift the words. How does I English? I don't know how. I'll just shift the bales. Wow, it's kind of a noisy track down. I'll just shift the bales towards the farm. Meaning, instead of spending all the time to... can I get that really up out of the way? I can. I've got plans. Y'all are all going, oh gosh, he's got plans. Not all bad, just most of them. There we go. Perfect. Perfect position. I'll just use it to shift the bales to the farm. I'll deal with storage and all that stuff some other time. Why did I get the Massey Ferguson one instead of New Holland? Because that's really the only reason I got. I have no loyalty to any brand of farming product or road product. Some of you really think I love Ford. I really could care less about Ford. Get a little bit closer, a little bit closer. There. How's that look? I think that's gonna hit, but that's all right. People around here should be, you know, perfectly used to this kind of silliness. Can I? Nope, 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 nope. Go down, go down, go down, go down. Okay, good. So there. There. Okay. Flashers on. Let's go. Crazy load. Yeah. One thing when you get some of these loads on here like this, the camera just has all kinds of fits. So I might end up having to drive this load back in cab. Because look at that. That's what the camera's doing because of the Ford back there. It's trying to reconcile. Oh, stop it. Nope. In the cab. All right, let's go. Turn on the mirrors. We got to do this one in cab because it's just easier. I have realized I have a coffee cup sitting on my dash. I don't know how it stays. Things I wonder. Nobody coming. People are probably coming, but I can deal with it. Oh, good. Nobody's coming. That's nice. There we go. Look at that. It's almost like I'm a pro trucker. Yeah. It's almost like I've been playing way too bloody many hours of Euro Truck Simulator. Or Chemical Spillage Simulation. That's always a good one to get your physics flowing. Derp. It is pure derp. Look at our map. Alright. Almost hit something there. Okay, nobody's coming. Good. The person who wanted me to use blinkers, yeah, no. The way the blinkers are modeled and the positioning on the keyboard, just no, not happening. Stop. Parking brake on. Camera. Flashers. Put down that. That is down. All right, we're gonna turn the truck off because we don't need it for a bit. Get in here. All right, that was easy. That was some easy transporting right there. I don't think it'll get any easier than that. Okay, stop. All right, so one other thing I'm going to try. Someone told me, a lot of you guys were like, yes, you get your Ford back. Just reset the stupid thing. Someone said I should try something, so I'm going to try what they said. If it doesn't work, the worst it's going to do is cause all kinds of chaos, and then we'll just reset everything. But someone said, come back here, hook up, see if I can just pull it off. There we go. Look at that. Whoever said just hook up the tractor and chuck it off, you were right. All right. how about that? I might have totaled my Ford, but I got it all back and sorted out without resetting. Yay! Okay, I don't want that anymore. How you doing, sheeps? Doing good? Hope so. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the record here because you guys have seen me mow a field. You really probably don't want to see that again. So I'm going to pause it. I'm going to mow that field, and then we'll come back when I am getting ready to ted it and windrow it because, well, that's something I haven't done yet. So we'll do it that way. And then we'll have to, nope, and then go forward. There. All right, and then you get out. Nope, I need my F1 now. X, Q. And then back here, I attached to PTO, but, do I? No, I got to get in. Go here, and then I need to raise my swather. Because I don't actually want to swath this, because I need it to be laid out for tedding and windrowing. Sweetness. All right, so we'll be back after I've mowed the field. I'll show you how bad of a job I have really done at mowing the field. And then we'll ted it, windrow it, and get it all ready. Turn that down, turn that on, and then go here. Lower. Turn that on. Okay. All right, we'll be back when we're done mowing a field.